The last time I listened to a podcast was last week. It was about how to manage stress during exams. I listened to it while walking to school. Yes, I was listening to a podcast on the bus or train. Helps me use my time better. It also helped me relax during the trip. Um, there are some advantages of listening to an audio podcast instead of reading a book. First, you can listen to it while doing other things like working or cooking. Second, it's easier for people who get tired when reading for a long time. There's time. January 29th. 29th. 20, 30, 30th. At front, I have a 12 to have a PM. Just a mess in my workshop about social house room attendant fee này. Um, so the Conference of Business Lawyers will held on January 29 and January 30, and the attendance fee is no, what? I Sure, the conference will held on January 29 and January 30, and the attendance fee is $150. Anything else? Hotel, right? No, I think you've got the wrong information. Actually, the conference will held at in a Tansen hotel. Please keep that in mind. Lecture. Sure, there are two lectures. First, on January 29 from half past 12 to half past 3 p.m. There will be a lecture on how to deal with difficult cases given by Daniel Robin. Second, on January 30 from half past 12 to half past 1 p.m. Um, there will be a lecture on communication with clients given style 12:30 to 1:30. 12:30. Cuối ngày luôn.
I am very interested in special events that take place after lectures and workshops each day. I am very interested in special events that take place after lectures and workshops each day. Could you give me all the details about the special events that take place I am very interested in special events that take place after lectures and workshops each day. Could you give me all the details about the sessions that will take place at the end of each day?
So, George nếu quan tâm đến các cái sự kiện đặc biệt và sau này sẽ có một workshop. Ồ, hiện tại này. Sure, there are two sessions. First one on January 29 from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. There will be a session on social house at room 101 given by Moore Anitton. See also the two sessions. First on January 29 from half past 2 to half past 3 p.m. There will be a session on social hour at room 101 given by Moore Anitton. Second, on January 30, from half past 2 to half past 3 p.m. hour. So, Sure, on January 29, from half past 2 to half past 3 p.m., there will be a social house at the room 101 given by Moore and led by Moore and Newton. Second, on January 30, there will be a work ceremony at ballroom led by Oren Kim. Quên thiếu thôi. Sure, that session from first on January 29 from a half past 2 to a half past 3 p.m. Sure, that's your session. First, on January 29 from a half past 2 to a half past 3 p.m. there will be social hour at room 101 led by Moore and Newton. Second, on January 30 from a half past 2 to a half past 3 there will be a work ceremony at ballroom led by Alan Kim. So that's your session. First, on January 29 from a half past 2 to a half past 3 p.m. There will be social hour at room 101 led by Moore and Newton. Second, on January 30 from a half past 2 to a half past 3 p.m. there will be a work ceremony at ballroom led by Alan Kim. I hope you have the information you need. I agree with the statement that a training course on how to work in a team is very necessary for company employees. Firstly, it helps people communicate better. For example, in my last job, our team had a lot of misunderstandings, and after a team training course, we learned how to listen and share ideas more clearly. Second, Team training improves teamwork skills like problem solving and collaboration. For instance, in a group project, if people know their roles and how to support each other, the work becomes much faster and more effective. That's why I think this kind of training is very important for all employees. I agree with the statement that a training course on how to work in a team is very necessary, necessary for company employees. Thirdly, is the how people communicate better. For example, in my last job, our team had a lot of misunderstandings, and after a team training course, we learned how to learn how to listen and share ideas more clearly. Secondly, secondly, team training improves improves teamwork skills like problem solving and collaboration. For instance, in group projects, if people know their roles and how to support each other, the work becomes much faster and more effective. That's why I think this kind of training is very important for all employees. That's why I think I agree with the statement. Lại cái bài này. Reset having a friend. This picture was taken in outdoor. There are two people in the picture. In the middle, a woman in a blue shirt is handing a potter on a red wall. Next to her, another woman in a black shirt is holding a brush properly to help the woman in the blue shirt smooth out the potter. Maybe they are preparing the area for some kind show or celebration. I think this picture was taken in a conference. There are many people in the picture. The first thing I can see a man in a suit, and he is giving a presentation. On the left side, there are many people sitting on the red chairs, and listening to him. Um, the room is bright with light on the ceiling and water. This picture was taken in a conference. There are many people in the picture. The first thing I can see a man. He in a street and is giving a presentation. On the left side of the picture, there are many people. They are sitting on the red chairs and listening to him. The room. Nhỉ? Trên bảng. On the right side, bright with formal, bright with light, with right side there are two cái gì nhỉ, màn hình máy chiếu, màn chiếu. Large screen, màn hình lớn, large screen, large screen. This picture was taken in a conference. There are many people in the picture. The first thing I can see a man, he in a street and he giving a presentation. On the left side of the picture, there are many people. They are sitting on a red chair and listening to him. On the right side of the picture, there are two large screens. The room is bright and with a light on the ceiling. This picture was taken in a conference. This picture was taken in a conference. There are many people in the picture. The first thing I can see a man. He in a man in a suit. He is giving a presentation. On the left side, there are many people. They are sitting on the red chair and listening to him. On the right side, there are two large screens. Maybe the atmosphere looks formal. The room, but not for đấy. This picture was taken in a conference. There are many people in the picture. The first thing I can see a man in a suit. He is giving a presentation. On the left side of the picture, there are many people are sitting on a chair and listening to him. On the right side of the picture, there are two large screens. The room is bright with a light on the ceiling. Maybe the atmosphere looks formal. Sailing. Nhìn